Hi guys, I'm Michiel from No Man's Land Bushcraft. And today I'm gonna make a simple flute and we'll use the elder for that. I made these ones before with different tones. This one's very high and this one has a little bit nicer tone, but it has a crack here, so that's why I wanted to make a new one today. So, the elder is very suitable for making a flute. You can use other plants and trees as well, but the elder is famous for it because it has a pith inside, which is very easy to remove. And making a flute is really simple. So we'll start by getting some elder. We've got an elder over there, and cut a branch of roughly this size. You can make it bigger or smaller, and of course the tone you will produce depends on how big you make it. I'm not an expert on musical instruments, but of course if you make it shorter it'll be higher, etc. We'll head to the elder now. So here we have an elder. The elder is a great tree. In spring you can harvest the blossom and make some cordial. In fall you can harvest the berries, and they're very nice for making all kinds of things. Now that they're green, they're not edible yet. And the tree is also famous for having this hollow wood. So I'll cut down a little piece. Sometimes you might need to try a few because they're not all evenly hollow, but we'll see. Okay, I've got this nice piece of elder. It has a very large pit. To be honest with you, I had to try several pieces because the pith wasn't always that big, so I tried the one with a smaller pith. Didn't work out very well. I also tried a very young branch, which had a large pith as well, and it produced some sound, but it was not very nice, very high, not very loud. So I'll now try this one. So if you're making this, just try a few pieces, see which has a nice large pith. Once you've got one, remove the bark, which is very easy because it's fresh from the tree, so still very wet. And when you have removed the bark, the next step is to remove the pith. Now, like I said, this one is pretty big. You can use anything, small twigs. In this case, I've got a tent stake, and I will just push that through. And it's very soft. And I'll continue to work on this until the pit is clean and get back to you then. Alright, I've cleaned out the pith and made the inside as clean as possible, and it should do it. The next step is to make a notch about 2 centimeters from the side, from the end, and just cut to the middle. Now if you've got an older piece, the wood will be a little harder, but it's still doable with a sharp knife. Once you're at about the middle, cut a line diagonally like this. And that's it. That should do it. Clean it out a little bit. Right. So then you've got this, the basic of the flute. Now the next step is a little harder, and that's to make a mouthpiece. The mouthpiece should fit in here very tightly until the notch you've just created. And once you've made it to fit tightly, you can cut off the upside just a few millimeters, and then it's finished. So the easiest way to do it is to take another piece of wood and measure it like this, cut this down to the right size, make it fit very tightly. Be careful not to apply too much force, because this will easily split and then your flute is most likely ruined. So get it in tightly but gently. I now got it to fit very well. Was a little work, needed to be very precise, but it's quite perfect. So I will now mark the spot here at the upside, and that's where I will make it flat a little bit. Not too much, because you can always cut off more later if it doesn't work. And that's it. Just clean it up a little bit. Alright, I think I might need to cut it down a little bit more, because the opening is now very small, but we can already try if it works. Well, I'll close the end with my finger and just blow. Well, you can already hear the sound, and it sounds good, but it's very soft. So I'll get the mouthpiece out and cut down a little bit on the flat side. Okay, let's try again. So that's how you make a flute from elder. It's very easy, you just need to find the right branches with the right pith. I got it to sound very nice. It's very loud as well. So if you like, you can also cut this down on the bottom sides and get a nicer looking mouthpiece, but I like the way it is now. Doesn't matter. So I hope you learned something. Get out, experiment. Elder trees are very common and easily recognizable. So go out and have fun. Thank you for watching.